Testing, can you hear me? Let me get my mic closer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me check. Testing, okay, yes, you can hear me. Woohoo, okay. Welcome, everyone. So yeah, we are, back in Pod 12. I've done a little work. I'm actually going to be doing another plushie today, which you can probably guess if you look down in the corner over here, you'll see a picture of what I intend to reference. But I've done a few little small things here and there that I want to show off. First and foremost, we have our little Wi-Fi device, which is modified with keys. So that way it's this is how ostensibly I would stream from this age to Earth. So yeah. Over here we have some new bookshelf stuff. You'll notice that I have a bunch of Mysterium shirts here. The specific ones were chosen with specific reasons. We have some Mysterium fodder up here. We've got a Cryptex, and we got a couple of puzzle blocks. But also, it's got a telescope camera on it, like the little mini fridge. So you can get a better look at the top shelf contents. And then over here, still a little work in progress, but we have the Bionic hats. So, if I click on the different things, then I'll do the zoom in, and you get to see the little figures up close. I still need to give them their weapons and do some more texturing for the thing. But yeah, okay, so we have that. Is there anything else I've done since then? Oh, I don't remember if I showed or not, but I put in some ropes. I still need to get the rope models for the implied knots where they all stick together. And then, let's see, what's down here? Did I do anything since the last time you guys saw this? I don't know. But, we've got lighting going on here. My friend Jamie gave me some very nice textures that I am starting to weave into use. And this thing, oh yeah, since this thing is going to be spinning, all the time now, I figured, or at least for the initial release, I figured that just having the scrapes where it's supposed to stop wasn't enough to imply its constant motion. So I made a new texture, and it's just looping around where the needle is scraping across the ground. You'll notice that it's got a little bit of reflective weirdness on there. I will adjust that later. It's just some texture. Actually, yeah. But anyway, I still need to finish doing other things. But today, the main thing I was gonna do is just do a Gundam reference plushie. Although technically not specifically the exact model in the corner, but yeah, I have some ideas, and so yeah, let's get to that, I guess. I also may change this rug. I'm not sure I want to keep this particular rug. We will see. We will see. Okay. Right. So, Blender. I'm going to make a new texture, plushie, airy skin, and then I'm gonna get rid of this, open PNGs. I'm gonna find the texture that I set aside for this particular skin tone. QRS Sky Fur Solary. There we go. That's basically right, I think. Yeah, so yeah, little area here. I'm going to do, yep. How much bigger can I make this without it? I don't know. It can be a little bit bigger, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna be trying to reference one of these Mechagurumi figures. Not totally like riffing it off, but just ensuring that I am that is the particular style that I am going for on this one. Yeah. So I'm gonna go down to here for the body. I'm gonna select the plushy blue. I'm gonna add that as the main body color. And then I'm also going to go plushy white, but I'm gonna make that its own thing, and I'm gonna drop the emit back down to 0. And let's see here. Basically, mostly a white torso. Wait a second. That's not Eri. That's Suletta. Hold on a second. I have the gosh dang wrong photo reference. That was not the one I wanted to reference. Hold on one second. I gotta find the right one. Yep, that's Suletta, not Eri. I want... Yep, there's Eri. I grabbed the wrong photo folder. Okay, I'm gonna grab, right, let me actually change this, properties, browse, I want, yeah, I'm gonna select that one. Okay, there we go, now we have Eri correctly. This is the one I wanted to reference specifically, not just the regular aerial design, but this one is the one I was actually wanting to reference. Let me actually shrink that down a bit. Nope, that was the wrong thing to grab. Give me a second. I have no idea what that one particular one is. There we go. Yep, there we go. Now we'll shrink that down. Shrink that down. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is the style of figure I'm wanting to reference. Although I have an actual customized model kit that I made that I'm going to reference as well, but I mostly just want to have the actual figure of the actual character that I'm doing, because Eric and Suletta are different characters, even though they look very similar. So anyway. So, yeah. So how to go about this? Let's see here. The model kit I have is basically the whole chest kind of in blues, which mostly fits with the reference photo. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all of these. I'm gonna pull that up a bit. Then I'm gonna select these back face bits here, and I'm gonna move the vertex out a bit to get a little less angular, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we're just gonna select all of these faces. We're gonna I'm going to apply the specific shade of white on here. So I'm going to go to plushy white, assign. Actually, maybe I do need to make that an emit. 0.1? Yeah, there we go. That looks more like the right color there, and not over glaringly bright like the plain white was. So yeah, the question that I'm basically thinking at the moment is, how far do I want to merge the Mechagurumi style versus the model kit that I have? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean more towards the model kit while still keeping the whole general design aesthetic in mind. So plushy white 01, plushy white 01. I'm just going to go ahead and change these over now so I have it roughly right. The main, I think then what I'm going to do for the torso is let's find the center bits here. I'm going to pull it out a bit, switch to just these, pull it out a bit more. Go. Designing a plushie is kind of hard when you think about it, especially when you're designing it digitally, but especially for a physical plush, it's like you have to not only do you have to consider the physical proportions of the suit in question, in this case that to plushy dark gray, I think I'm going to select these faces, assign that. Yeah, that should work well for the kit for the actual physical kit that I'm referencing here. Yeah. Let's select these bits. Scale that on the y-axis. There we go. So yeah, my main design goal here is to basically try to replicate the whole design, but not like replicate it. I'm just trying to replicate the aesthetic design of it because I really like the aesthetic design, and I'd really like to not have fully copied it, but just copied it enough to just plush. Do I have the red? No, I do not have the plush red. I need to get the plush red. New. Oop. Yeah, hold on. Oop. Blushy red. New. Open. We're gonna scroll over to Sky. yeah, really just kind of playing it by ear on this. I have a vague design, but at the same time, it's, okay, let's see here, that goes to, that goes to you, okay. There we go. I'm probably gonna retexture this whole thing once I get the colors fully assigned out, but yeah. Okay. So, like I said, I won't be exactly, I won't be exactly copying the entire model design just because, or the entire character design just because, yeah, I don't need the entire character design copied. I just need the aesthetics because I have my own design that's not this, although, or that's not this. I like the design of this. I like the design of this. I wish I had the figures, but they are too expensive for me to afford getting. They're just really expensive. So instead, I'm consoling myself by making a reference plushie. So yeah, plushie therapy instead of retail therapy. I'm sure you've heard of it. There we go. Let's see, did they... I don't think they specifically... Yeah, they did not expose any skin on the arms for Ares. I think I will... Yeah, I think that will work. Okay. So, now then, I think... Yeah. I think I'm going to... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I did with the Ivy plush. I'm going to take this outer ring. I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate, pull it forward, rotate on the y-axis, pull it down, I'm gonna stretch it on the y-axis, which is not working because the legs are not evenly spaced. So let me bring Aries' leg in there a bit better. There we go. Okay. I'm going to squeeze it by the x-axis, take the y a bit more. There we go. Squeeze it by the z-axis, pull that up. Okay. That's mostly the way I'm wanting it. So now I need to just select the outside edges. Nope. No. Come on. Come on, let me select the edges. No, wrong edge. Wrong edge. There we go. There we go. Squeeze that in. Pull that up. There we go. That's mostly how I want it. Let me just grab these, flatten them out, grab these, flatten them out. There we go. And like with the Ivy plush, I'm not gonna fuss too much about I'm not gonna fuss too much about exact proportions on things too much, because it's a plushie and it's gonna be its own thing. Okay. Give her a slightly pleated skirt look. So by adjusting the vertices here, yeah, it'll give it a slightly rumpled kind of look, or ruffled, pleated kind of look, which gives it more of a Sailor Moon kind of vibe, you know? Aries' whole thing was kind of the magical spirit in the machine, Ghost in the Machine kind of thing. Is that a spoiler? That might count as a spoiler. So I'm just gonna... Yeah. There we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just select all of these faces that I just made. I'm gonna stretch them inwards. There we go. I'm trying to just select the bottom faces here of the skirt. I'm not really succeeding at it because it's being very weird, because I made a weird mesh. There we go. And we're going to go with the dark color. There we go. Yeah. That mostly works. Although now I'm dealing with some weirdness with how I've designed the bottom of this plush. So I'm gonna shrink it in a bit. Let me smooth that vertex a bit. There we are. There we go. Looks okay to me. So then... Yeah, it's so few polys, but they're plushies. They don't really... Plushies don't really need a whole lot of polys, in my opinion, but... then again, maybe it does need more, but... I'm mostly just trying to design these just to look like cute little plushies. Let's try that instead. Okay, and then the model here has these bits that extrude forwards. I'm gonna just scale them in. And then these are just gonna be kind of just sort of fabric-y extensions, I think. Yeah, these aren't gonna be like seriously shrink them down a bit. Yeah, we're trying to kind of vaguely replicate the style of a mobile suit here, and they have kind of boxy proportions, but I don't think a real plushie would have like stuffed and filled out bits here, but these would be more kind of like you know how plushies just sometimes have those little fabric frills that stick out that just kind of look a little weird? Yeah. Smooth. That's what's going on here. These are just kind of... Yeah. Like that. Now then, right, we're missing gold, because I have gold on here. Plushie, where is it? Plushie. Where's the... Hold on. What did I name the plush gold? That's what I'm missing. Okay. Plush gold. Plushy gold now. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. No, that was dumb. Okay. So, now we need to add some gold trim decoration down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this bit here, I'm going to duplicate it, assign the plushy gold texture to it. Going to shrink that inwards a bit. Come on, doop. Faces, there we go. Boop, boop. And you can wrap, there we go. So there's 2 of those. I'm going to go. Duplicate that again. Twist it the other way around. And if these aren't exact, that is actually fine, because sometimes plushies don't always get their proportions exact. That's just how manufacturing goes a lot of the time. Come on, let me select the right face. Come on. There we go. And we'll pull that back. Oh, there we go. Ugh. How so is it a very different approach? Because I'm kind of just freehanding this, basically. I have a rough reference object, and I have a reference photo for the style, but otherwise it's kind of different. I mean, I know my style is very much self-learned. I also know VRChat has a completely different build engine to it, so. Because bear in mind, I have not been professionally trained by anyone at this point. My game dev reference chops are all self-taught. I do not have much in the way of a professional or properly what most people call a standard. Yeah, see, a lot of people start with the high poly sculpts, and I understand where that's coming from, because you oftentimes need to make things have a lot of vertices and all that. But I have a hard time handling a whole lot of vertices all at once. It's well, actually, I'm going to get rid of one of her legs for the moment, and I'm going to get rid of one of her arms, because I'm going to end up doing I'm going to end up doing a lot of mirroring on this, and I'd rather not have to repeat myself. I think if I'd have been properly taught how to do things, it probably would be it would probably be looking a whole lot more professional, I think. Also, the thing is that I have to really work within the limits of the plasma engine, and the plasma engine has its serious limitations. Don't get me wrong, it's a great engine in a lot of regards, and I love Uru's engine a lot, but it is also 20 years old, and it does require some finesse to get it to, to actually work the way that you kind of want it to work. And I'm sure that there are other people who work in the plasma engine that probably will look at my whole methodology here and be like, what are you doing? You should not be doing it like that. And I'm sure that's the case. Like I said, I'm completely self-taught on this, so. Give her slightly longer legs. I like to make the... Yeah, they're very small feet compared to the legs, so... Yeah, there we go. Okay. That looks good. I'm gonna smooth the... There we go. That's moderately better. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna pull this out of... There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna try my knife tool here. I'm gonna stretch it across here. And we're gonna go to here. There we go. That actually worked. Mostly, for once. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. There we go. Now we're gonna jump along the bottom here, and we're gonna assign that red. Is that completely necessary? Probably not, but I know it's there. I want to know it's there. I'm gonna actually smooth the Nope, nope, nope. How do I mesh, clean up, make it plainer? It's getting a little warm in here. I'm gonna turn on the ceiling fan real quick. Ugh. Sitting next to a computer in a room with a window with the sunlight beating on you is very, very annoying. I'm gonna deselect those. I'm just gonna do what I usually do for manually smoothing out a surface, and that's just slowly stop selecting. Ooh, hello. Yeah, if I take you and you, and I pull you up, pull you in, there we go. That should do the trick. And I'm not too worried about the feet not being perfectly squared off, because, again, plushy. I'm going to try and get it a little more angled right. There we go. Smooth that out a bit more. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Should do the trick. Okay. Now then, I need to put in an ankle guard. So, I'm going to select these faces here. I'm going to duplicate, assign it to the white plush fabric. I'm going to rotate that. I'm going to scale it up, shift it by the x-axis a bit. I'm going to squish it in. Oh, no, hold on. Squish it in by the... There we go. Now if I... There we go. That should hopefully be the right shape. Then I'm going to extrude the region. Boop, boop, boop. Select all of these. Okay. I'm going to scale that by the y-axis again. I'll scale it by the x-axis. downward. No. Downward. Inward. I'm gonna select these faces up here, pull them forward and up, scale them on the y-axis just a bit. And I'm gonna take these, scale them. Yeah, there we go. And then just because I'm going to pull it inwards, and then I'm just gonna get rid of, nope, don't want to get rid of that one, get rid of you, yes I can, and then because we don't need those faces, they're gone. Well, unwrap. Q project. There we go. Hey, it's a foot. Oh, you're working on a VR chat avatar at the moment. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds very fun. I hope you are having a good time working on it, Kath. Okay. I'm gonna leave actually duplicating the leg and arm for later because I'm not sure if I'm gonna do more to the leg or not. I might add some knee armor. Yeah, they added knee armor, but then again, they also did that with she Ray. And I'm going to rotate by the x-axis. And then rotate by the z-axis to fix that out. And scale it in on the z. Okay, I think I know what I need to do here. And then I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to smooth those vertexes, because, yeah. Cute project, there we go. Now we've got a gloved hand, and then I'm going to come in here. Let's see, they did some gray armor on inside of the arm. Assign that. so next thing is going to be blushy blue. This is where this is really going to go from a replica of Ariel to more the replica of the model kit that I have. We are going to create a cube. I know, blasphemous. Building a plushie and we're making a cube? Oh. Tools. We're going to subdivide it. Then I'm going to get rid of these faces. I'm going to get rid of these faces and those faces. Okay. Now we have something more of a proper... There we go. We're just gonna smooth that out a bit. Pull that out, pull that back. Okay. I'm going to select these. I'm going to scale them inwards, and then we're going to pull it out. Scale that on the x-axis, pull it out again, scale it by the z-axis. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to select you, make a face. 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 Did I screw that up slightly? No, I don't think I did. Okay. Just gonna select all of these lovely faces. There we go. Bring this into the arm here. Rotate it. Take on the Y. Let's bring that up. Oh yeah, that's a little too. A little too. There we go. You might recognize this particular armor shape if you are familiar with Gundam. And then again, it's a little not so familiar, I suppose. Ah. And it might be harder to recognize anyways, just because I'm kind of doing this in the SD scale, I think. And then, just to make my life easier, yeah, there we go. Okay, well then. We're just gonna, yep, just gonna do that. Nope, I was wrong. Applying to select. Yeah, I want you. Nope. I want you, and you. There we go. And now we've got some hand armor. Woo! Just gonna stretch that out a bit. Give that a little more of a chibi proportion. Yeah. I'm not too worried about that, the edge of that seam being visible, because that doesn't look right. What's going on there? Did not get that filled in. There we go. There we go. So I'm not too worried about that shoulder being exposed like that, because I'm going to come in and I'm going to make a piece of shoulder armor next. Ooh, audio reactive emissions. So things like ears or... Oh, no. I know kind of what you're talking about. There's this VTuber that just recently debuted, Doobie, and she has this little train whistle that sets out puffs of steam whenever she talks. So that kind of like what you're talking about? Because that's cool. So I'm going to just reuse part of this shoulder armor, or part of this wrist armor. Duplicate. Oop. Unselect that, select that. There we go. Oh, emissive textures. Okay, so something like that glows when there's audio. Okay, I gotcha. Take this, we're gonna pull this in here. I'm going to scale that. The way up. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Clipping. Actually, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna worry about people seeing the underside of this shoulder very much. So, yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna shrink that in a bit. These bits here. Gonna extrude them out a bit. Shrink them inwards. I'm gonna extrude this bit out. I'm gonna shrink it inwards just a bit. Cube project. There we go. You can start to see the shape of the armor on the arm coming together. Yeah, so the kit that I'm working on is a combination of a bunch of different SD kits. It's the Onmitsu Aerial, it's the Cross Silhouette 00 Diver, and bits of the F. Kunoichi Kai Cross Silhouette kit. So we got, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I want the shoulder here, but now the thing is that the kit has these big shoulder binders that I think instead of building off the arms, I'm going to do what the kit does and build them off of the backpack. Just to give it some structural stability. Cat, you just sent me a video. Oh, I see. It's flickering. It's kind of... Oh, and the little rainbowy... Okay, that's cool. That is cool. I like that. That is cool. That is cool. That is very cool. Yeah, that clip is really cool. I like that. That's cool. It's very subtle, but I like how it does that. Okay. Right then, the next thing for the arm is the shoulder. Is one last bit of physical detail here. That's right, we're not done with the arms yet, because Ariel has bits. Gundam bits that they, yeah. Well, you'll see in a moment. So I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna squish it by the y-axis. I'm gonna rotate it so I can get a better scale. Outwards, get that more of the right shape. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the right shape now. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to extrude, scale it inwards, pull it outwards. Then I'm going to extrude, scale it inwards, pull it outwards. You might be asking, why am I doing that for? Well, answer simple. Boop, boop. I'm going to be doing a lot of intense visual detailing here. And a lot of it comes down to, rather than just doing the sheer dang it, didn't want to select all of that, rather than just doing the sheer doing it all as one solid texture, I'm kind of doing the silly thing by well, yeah, but you see how that had kind of blue on there for a moment, so we're gonna go gold. Okay, so we're going to follow a pattern here. We're going to select this face. No, we're going to select this face and this face. And select this face and this face, this face, this face, this face. And we've got a little bit of weirdness here. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. So now you can see that we've got this pattern going on here, and that's basically what I'm doing here is I'm selecting these faces. Okay. And it's being stupid. Okay, so I'm going to hit subdivide. There we go. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Now we're just going to assign that back to the white. And now we have it sort of printed or made out of the different fabrics in the colors that I want it to be in. Which is pretty neat, I think. I'm just gonna select all of these. Almost done. Missing, yep, missing you, missing you. Anything else? No, okay. I'm gonna rotate this back to its original angle. Bring this in. Pull it in where it's like. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate that Z-axis. There we go. And then because that is clearly not going to work. Sign that. Okay. Yay! That looks pretty good, if I do say so, I think. Yeah. I think that bit looks good. Wait for the bass to drop. Okay. Oh, it's pulsing to the music. Okay. And then... Oh, I see the flickers are getting more intense. Oh, that's beautiful. That is very beautiful. That is very beautiful. I like that design, Cat. I like that design. You know what? I think I'm going to... I think with the leg, I'm going to mess with the leg armor just a bit, because I like how that blue looks. I like how the blue looks on there as its own sort of standout. So we're going to do... Yeah. We're going to select our faces here. I'm going to assign that blue. And now that leg armor is going to... that ankle armor is going to stand out a whole lot better. That's what I think. Yeah, that stands out a whole lot better, and you can tell it's supposed to be something extra on top of the, leg. Top of the foot. It's not just sticking out part of the leg. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer, although the join line where it's sewn together looks a little awkward, but let's be honest here, I am an amateur sewer, and that would probably look very... You should be pleased. That is a very, very incredible design there that you've got going on there. Now we're going to duplicate our limbs. I'm going to come along here to the names. I'm going to rename them... to the proper things. And then I'm going to mesh, mirror, x-axis, RZ 180. And then you'll notice it's all inside out now, so we're going to recalculate it. And then we're going to bring the arm in. And then same deal for the leg here. Mesh, mirror, X global, RZ 180. Recalculate. And there we go. We've got 2 legs. We've got 2 arms. We've got a cute little torso bit. We've got the bits on the shoulders. We've got the bits on the arms, rather. So. Sure, buddy. Yeah, this is... It's my sewing skills are horrendous. My IRL sewing skills are horrendous. If you've looked at any of the clothes or blankets I've patched, my hand, they are, let's just say they look like somebody went to hell and back, trying to ensure things didn't fall apart, and they still fall apart anyways. So, yeah. Let's just pretend that... Let's just pretend that I actually know what I'm doing, huh? I don't. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to sewing plushies, so, you know. Set the arms back a little bit more there. Yeah. Okay. Now then! I think I'm gonna do the face. I think I'm gonna do Aries' face next before I do anything else. I'm gonna leave her head just round and plush because it doesn't need to roundish because it doesn't need to it doesn't need to it doesn't need to like, it doesn't need to have things sticking out that, like, the cat plush does. So, right. So, Ari and Soletta's eyes are kind of weird in their coloring because in a lot of media they are blue, but in others they are kind of teal colored. And on these on this particular set of models that I'm using as reference here, they are blue eyes. So I'm gonna go with the blue coloring for the eyes again. But give me a second here. I'm not sure I want to use the same blue as the plush. So plushie. Plush. Ooh, sky. Come on. Sky. Okay, so I have blue. I've got blue. I've got a teal. I think I'm going to go with what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly make a new blue color. Let me boot up GIMP real quick. I'm going to split the difference, and I'm going to layer my blue and my teal color that I use for the adjunct together and make it kind of, I'm going to make a couple of, come on, there it is, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the difference, and I'm going to make some quick color merges, real quick layers. I'm going to set that to soft light, hard light. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's the color I want. Blue, teal. That'll do. That will do nicely. Okay. I've got two colors of eye texture now. So I'm going to go create. I need a circle. Yep, we need a circle. We have a circle. I'm going to make a face. And to start with plushy blue. A sign. Okay, so we have our colors I'm going to need are, I'm also going to need the plushy white. I'm going to assign the plushy white first. Then I'm going to scale it inwards. Scale the scale the x-axis. There we go. This is going to be the plushy blue. We're going to scale plushy white. There we go. And this is what we're going to be doing here. We're going to take these bits. No, I don't want the whole thing. What are you doing? What are you? There we go. Had to give it some physical definition because it was being weird. Okay. I'm going to get the blue. How big are the blue eyes? They are fairly large. Okay. Cube project. Okay. Make a new blue. Get rid of you. New. Open. PNGs. We're going to release. Going to go for come on, sky for blue teal. There we go. That's the airy eye. That's the airy Soletta eye color I'm looking for. I'm going to get rid of this face back here. Okay. RY90. And we're going to scale it down. Okay. And that's still a bit too big, so we're going to scale it down further. Our eyes are going to be fairly big. Okay. There we go. How much distance is there between her eyes? Okay, so her eyes are like right at the edge of her face. Okay, so if I that tools duplicate mesh mirror X, calculate 180, calculate, there we go. Okay, those are a little bit too far forward to actually be connecting for the moment. That just looks creepy without any other details on there. Later, buddy. Hey, being dangerous is cool. Sometimes. Okay. So, I think I'm going to leave the eyes like that for the moment. Now I'm going to... the helmet. Helmet is the hardest part because I'm going to be differing from the Mechagurumi model reference. Is there a good side profile? From the Calibarn version of Soletta, maybe, but... yeah, okay, I'm just gonna have to freeform this based off the actual helmet model, which, fortunately, is easy enough for me to remove off the kit because it actually comes off of the head very simply. Come on. There we go. And now I have the helmet in hand, and I can more easily reference it. It's the helmet for the Onmitsu Ariel is styled after Ariel, obviously, but it's also styled after kind of a ninja headgear piece. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy make sure I'm going to copy the top of the head. Duplicate. And then blush blue. Sign. And then I'm going to scale it out a bit. I'm going to scale in the y-axis a bit. X-axis, there we go. Okay. I think I'm going to then do the same exact thing back here. I'm going to duplicate that, pull it out, assign that to the blue, scale it out, down. This weird thing rotates a bit. Yeah. Bring it down. Pull that in. Okay. Okay, so I've got the back of the helmet. I've got the... not quite got the back of the helmet. I'm going to expand, scale that inward. Sign, there we go. Okay, now then, I'm going to take this bit, I'm going to extrude it upwards again, and I'm going to extrude it upwards, pull it inwards, boop. There we go. And this middle section here gets to be plushy white. Ah, no, that's the wrong plushy white. I need the other plushy white for this particular one. Sign. No, I need the other plushy white. There we go. Okay. Now we're starting to get this head put together. Okay. Pull that inwards. Okay. We're just gonna fill out the back like this. Except those need to be white. The white color. Yeah. So essentially what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to fill in the helmet shape as best as I can from the outside. I'm just going to try to follow the actual shape of the thing best as I can. And best as I can, I mean, I'm going to just copy these bits here. Let's pull those inwards a bit. Yeah. That'll do. Sign. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Take that face and this face. I'm going to pull them upwards. Scale them inwards on the y-axis. There we go. Okay. I'm not happy with that particular face. Yeah, that's not nice. That's not a nice face. Let's try that face. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. I will probably go in and delete the top faces of the internal head blush, because there's no need to have those render at the same time. Okay. Yeah, that's a little of a sneaky little meeting of faces there, but does what is needed. Pull that like so. Yeah. There. Now it's got that kind of fabricy bit to it. I'm gonna leave a gap back here for hair to poke through, so I'm not gonna fill that in just yet. Okay. I'm going to grab these faces. I'm going to extrude them forwards and then scale them inwards. Forwards, inwards, okay. And those can be happily, that can be happily blue. Yep. Okay. Foot in the face there. there. Smart UV project. Cube project. There we go. This is coming along nicely, I think. My main problem now, I think, yeah, let's just bring that forward like that. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Okay. Now then, I'm going to extrude, scale it inward, pull it forwards, pull it upwards, extrude forwards, bring it down, and then put a face. Now this is plushy red. Boop. Okay, so you're going to be boop, boop, boop. Assign red. Boop. Boop, boop. Assign white. Okay. So that's that important bit of the head there. Now, before I get onto the rest of this, I'm going to quickly take a break to go to get some water because my throat is drying out and other things. Yeah, I'm going to be right back, and then I'm going to reply to some questions from Prad because he, or reply to some remarks from Prad because he had some, remarks, and I'm going to reply to those real quick once I'm back from getting water. BRB. And I'm back. So, Pratt had some remarks while I was building. Yeah. I believe he was remarking muscles when I was working on designing proportions. Physical proportions may be important to any living being resembling being, like some statues in some cities. But we're designing a plushie kit here, so having the design document in the setup is cool. I'm assuming he's meaning the Airy reference. He's also remarks, there's different approaches to get kind of high poly models on stuff. There's also no best practice for one modeler and one game engine as a target. How can we enhance a 48 surfaced surface? And he says, starting with simple shapes has something, been through it with recent examples with recent experiments with Unreal Engine 5. He says then in the next thing, you click on it and it answers, it says I'm an anti-threat. Oh, I'm assuming that was when I was asking. Yeah. Okay, and then yes, I am making the arms symmetrical. Yes, the arms are symmetrical. Any redesigning something from a design is exciting at all? Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Yes, I have the reference photo up there. The little thing. Okay, so we finished the back of the helmet. Wait, no, we haven't. There's still one more thing that's important to do. Boop. Boop. Extrude. Whoop. These. And to smooth the vertexes here. These are Ariel's bunny fin ears. And we go way up and back. Yay! Oh, and then they gotta spread out a bit. Ooh, actually, no. Bring those back in a little bit more. And then I need to rotate them because they're not quite the right angles. Yay! Now we have Ariel's back antenna fins. Now the helmet is looking correct from that point of view. Though, give me a second. Actually, I think I can leave that for the moment. Yeah, so now we have the back of Ariel. Now this is starting to look more like Ariel's helmet here. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to do something different. Gold. Plushy gold. Okay. We are going to go to our head. And I'm going to find... Yep, I'm going to take those pieces there. I'm going to duplicate, pull them forwards, like so. Should gold assign. So Ariel has this, on Mitsu Ariel has this big giant gold headdress thing, and to get that right, we're going to need to, well, yeah, we're going to need to try to replicate it. Come on. Select the right faces. There we go. It's a really weird design, what this faceplate does. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's... Ah, crud. Okay, I screwed that up. Delete face. I need to... Yeah. And I'm going to just do what I did before, and I'm going to mirror this, basically. Pull that back a bit. Pull that up. Okay. Now, I'm going to extrude that up, out. Pull it back. Then I'm going to take this bit. Okay, hold on, how's that? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm actually going to take these bits, extrude them outwards, and pull them back. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to make a face. Pull them back a bit. Okay. I'm usually just gonna take this one and, yep, there we go. There we go. Okay. I just realized that I'm basically designing this the way I would an actual plushie. I would make one half of a pattern, and then I would cut it out, you know, and then I would duplicate it, mesh, mirror, X, no, mesh, mirror, Y. There we go. And I would... Yep, I would just make one matte. I would make one side of a matte, one side of a texture, and then I would make one pattern, and then I would mirror that pattern around. Believe it or not, we're still not done with Ariel's head plate yet, because there's still, like, 2 more details to do. Oh, we need to do her antenna fin, and we need to do the permit shell unit on her forehead. But let's just take a moment and just take a look at this helmet so far. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think the sides are a little too far out, though. So let me bring those in. Ah, okay. That's not bad. I am probably going to have to lower those eyes. Actually, no. I'm going to have to raise the gold crest here a bit, because I do want some of her hair poking through. I don't want to mix green. There we go. That looks better. Okay. So, how are we going to do the V-fin? Well, basically the same way we just did the last bit. We're going to duplicate. We're going to pull it forwards. We're going to assign a color to it. And then we're going to select these bits. I'm going to extrude scale y-axis, pull them back, pull them up, scale them down on the z-axis, pull them up a bit more. Okay. Okay, that'll do. And then, because I can, I'm going to just delete these faces now. I'm like, why would I do that? No! And then to extrude them backwards like so. Then we're just gonna fill it in like so. I did not need to get rid of that face, I think. Actually, no, I did. Come on, give me the right faces. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I think I screwed up by mirroring it too early. So, yep, we're gonna just do that again. We're just gonna select these faces. Yep. Plus side, that gives me an opportunity to fuss with this bit. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Now, we'll duplicate, mesh, mirror, Y global, tool shading, recalculate, bring it over here. Oops, I forgot to grab a face there. Well, let me just fill that in real quick. There we go. Oop, and I missed a face there. Give me just a second. Boom. Okay, now we got our forehead V-fin in. Power listening ears helmet! Yay! Okay. Right. Now for the tricky part. The permit crest on the forehead. Okay. So I'm going to... Do we have the gray? No, I need to add the gray. Blushy, dark gray. F, assign. Okay. Extrude, scale. Select all of these faces. We're going to assign it again to cube project. Okay. Delete face. I do not need a face there. Okay. And now we're going to basically do what we just did. We're going to duplicate. We're going to rotate X 90. Actually, no. RX 180. There we go. Now we'll duplicate RX 90. Squeeze it in here. Is it rotated slightly? No, it's not. So we're then going to duplicate it again. RX 180. Okay. Okay, now then, before I do anything else, I'm going to link these together. Okay. Do my face selection. Grab these. I'm going to bend them backwards. I'm going to take this. I'm going to pull it forwards. Select this face. This face. I'm going to pull them forwards. Scale them a bit on the z-axis. Okay. Now we fill in faces. Ah. I'm gonna squish that out, flatten it a bit more. Yeah. There we go. And then I just have to select these faces here. Fill. Yeah. And there we go. We have the front V-crest of the helmet done. Oh boy, that was a lot of work for a helmet, huh? Wasn't it? Link them together. Yeah. Alright. Now then, before I move on to the hair, I'm going to grab the inside edges of our helmet here. To extrude, scale, and shrink it inwards on the y-axis. Pull it backwards a bit. Realize I'm too close to the eyes. There we go. Come along here. I'm going to extrude, scale. Do basically the same thing. Okay. Now then, going to turn off back face culling, so we're inside the skull here. Head empty, nothing but plush. We're just gonna delete some unnecessary faces in here, because why model what doesn't need to be rendered? You know? Right then, we've now basically done everything except the hair. And this is where I'm going to go back to the Mechagurumi model, and I need to I need to change which image it is because I need a better look at her hair. Better straight on look. Let's go with this one. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one for hair. Come on. Come on, let me do what I'm trying to do. Trying to do the fancy trick. Just look at those faces. Just look at those faces. Yeah. Okay. Her hair is just barely poking out of the... Okay. I see what I need to do now. Yep. Okay. I am going to have to move the eyes. Boop, boop. And I think I'm going to have to adjust their scale a bit. In which case, what I'm going to do is... Yep. Get rid of an eye. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I'm going to scale that inward a bit more. And doop, 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 doop. And the problem I'm having is that her eyes are too... This needs to be a little more chibi proportioned. Yeah. A little more straightforward. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate, mesh, mirror Y. Calculate, even though it doesn't seem to have had an issue, but you never know. Okay. And I'm going to pull this back slightly so it's not clipping. There we go. Now then. Push it red. Okay. And I'm going to smooth the vertex there a bit. Yeah, that'll do. Duplicate that. I'm going to scale it up. I'm going to nope. Just the once was enough, and then I'm going to smooth it again. Get your back face. Aha! There we go. We're going to take this edge to pull that out. Yeah. Take this. Take this and raise that up. And then pull it back. And then we're just gonna pull it back. There we go. Back, up. Outside edges there. I'm gonna pull it back, up a bit. Okay. We've got a bit of hair there. We've got two big chunks of it. Let me pull that up a bit more. Yeah. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Hair is always the hardest thing to work on. Because you gotta... just... mesh, mirror, Y. Calculate. You gotta figure out where things are parting. How it's gonna look when it's all put together. And there's other stuff involved with hair, because it's a lot of figuring out where things go. Okay, what is the next shape gonna be? It's gotta be... There's an idea. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're gonna take this, we're gonna duplicate, mesh, mirror, Y, calculate, there we go. Okay, those are the three major bits of hair there. And then I'm just gonna seal off the head by extruding this section. You and you get to be red. And so this way, people look under the head. They will just... You know what? I'm going to leave that because... Actually, no, I'm not going to leave that. I'm going to take that. And scale the y-axis inward. There we go. Okay, now comes the part I wasn't expecting I'd need to do. That's fill in bits of the helmet. Extrude scale Y. Pull that back, scale that out by the y-axis a bit more. And then I'm just going to extrude and push it back, scale it out by the y-axis a bit more. There we go. And then gonna assign the red fabric in there. And then this way, it looks like she's got hair in there, and it's not just... Nope, I was the wrong angle. This way, it looks like she's got actual hair in there. It's not just what's visible in there. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to actually exit out of our specific plush view. I'm going to go right to the head here because I need to see back here, and it's the torso is getting in the way. So I'm going to extrude that downwards. And these are going to be assigned to be hair. I'm just going to scale it inwards a bit. Come back in here, turn back face calling back off, get rid of some more unnecessary faces. Okay. Now then, I'm going to remove the shadeless markers on all of these textures. Plushy red is not set to the interior light group. There we go. And neither is plushy blue set to active. So set that to smooth, set that to smooth, set this to smooth, these to smooth. Okay. Pull our aerial plushie in over here. I'm gonna angle her like this. Rotation and scale. And now we're gonna go in game and take a look at how she looks real quick. And let me take away our little area ref because it's clogging up half the screen at the moment. There we go. Get her off the screen there. Actually, let's change pictures for her. There we go. Her eyes are still set to shadeless. Yes. That does not help any. But I'm pleased with how that looks in game. I still need to build her shoulder devices in the backpack, but I am very pleased with how that looks. Definitely needs a mouth, though. It's a little creepy without a mouth. Still, I am very happy with that. How does the back of the head look? Weirdly shaded, but tolerable. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Definitely need the backpack attachment, but I'm happy with that. That looks very cute. That is a plushie I would like to actually have in real life. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now then, the backpack. The backpack. Okay, we're gonna start with a cube again. Airy plush backpack. Blue. And then I'm going to marry this to Airy plush torso. Boop. 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 Pull that out. Pull this up. Okay. Gonna be another one of those where I start with subdividing it. I'm going to take these outside edges. I'm going to scale them out by the x-axis. Do that. There we go. There we go. That's a little more cube project. There we go. Does not need to be this need to be very detailed because, well, it's not actually very detailed. I'm going to select these, extrude scale on the x-axis. Going to lift them up. I'm going to scale them down on the z-axis a bit more. There we go. Scale them out on the x. Yep. How do those angle? Let's just kind of go straight. So I'm going to do the same. Just gonna pull them out. Go straight up. Scale on the z-axis, scale on the x. Okay. I'm going to extrude upwards, scale them out on the x-axis. Pull them down a bit. Okay, now then. These. I'm going to scale these out by the x. There we go. That's a bit better. Then I'm going to extrude y. Extrude x. Because that's not... I'm going to square them off a bit. Okay. Now then... I'm going to take the tops here. I'm going to extrude them upwards. I'm going to scale extrude. Yeah, I'll do this again. Okay, extrude, scale y, scale x. There we go. Okay, and then what I did here is I hit scale and then I hit 0.5, which is a weird shape, but it works. Come here. I'll just lift that up slightly. Now then, I'm gonna select this, and I'm just gonna scale out a bit more. Oh, yeah. So, got the backpack. Now we just need to do the shoulder bits that go on the backpack shoulder bits. And like I did for the arm units, I'm gonna make one and then mirror it. Oh. We're gonna start off by copying this bit. I'm gonna duplicate it. RZ90. RZ180. There we go. Okay. Now then, I'm going to scale on the Z-axis. These are really weirdly shaped. So I think what I need to do is okay. I'm gonna scale out the bottom here. That's more of a weird shape. I'm just gonna take these bits and yeah, that'll do. And I'm just gonna duplicate that again. Whoop, whoop. And then we're just gonna extrude it out like so. Extrude again. Yeah. That's good enough for my book. Get back face going back on so I can make sure that there's no gappy seams. Boop. 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 on, rather. I'm going to duplicate this. Mesh, mirror, X. Mesh, mirror, Y. Okay, let's try this again. I need to mirror it on the Y-axis. There it is. Okay. To select all of these. And we're just gonna duplicate this. Actually, hold on. Okay. Z180. And we just slide it over here. Like so. Yay. Actually gonna put her over on this shelf, I think. Yeah, I think the shelf is a better place for her. Okay, I'm going to do one more test export, and I'm going to, while it's exporting, I'm going to BRB to get water again. Okay, I am back. Yeah, Uru also has a lot of static hair, Prad. It's not a lot of, that's a much better place for that. Yes. That is a much better place for this airy plush. There's some seamage there. I'm gonna need to redo the UV mapping on the eyes, but... yeah. I am quite pleased. The little gremlin here. And then if we're over here... he's there in the background. That's very nice. That's very nice. I think she's missing one thing, but I think she's a little overbalanced as it is, and it's gonna be hard to see those from the front anyway. I think I will skip that particular detail. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip that detail for now, at least. I may come back and add it later, but for now, I'm gonna call that done. Now I'm gonna call that plush done. Yay, we have a little hairy plushie. Yeah. Next, we're gonna do something a little simple, and while the raise your flag in the title was definitely just a reference to having Eri that we were doing a Gundam character. We're also going to do something with a flag. Rather, a pillow with a flag on it. We're going to create a cube here. To be Resilience pillow. New flag texture. See, you may be familiar with this particular texture, and you've probably seen it on Nabree's beach somewhere. But you see, when I made it, I had an image in mind. Paths. Where is it? Where did I not include it in here? I know I should have. Flag? No. Where is it? I may have to grab that texture from scratch. Hold on. Come on, where is it? I know it should be in this folder at least. Did I do with that? I know it's here. No. Beach. No, where's the gosh darn texture? Did I? Paths? Come on, is it in here? Come on, where's the texture? I know it's somewhere. I have that texture. I would not get rid of it. Come on. Come on, where? There it is. Okay. I'm gonna... No, wait. I'm not gonna cut it because that would screw up my neighboring band. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump it in here. Okay. Open PNGs. So you're probably very familiar with this texture. As it's been in Abri, it is the pride flag with the resilience. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Just looking at it, y'all know what it is. This is interior, like, okay. Make that shapeless for a moment. So yeah, when I first created this texture, I wanted to do this with it. I wanted to make this into a pillow. A throw pillow. So, how are we going to do that? Well, again, we're just going to duplicate it. RY 180. Gonna lower it down like so. And yeah, we're just gonna boop. 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 Nope. Boop. Now we're just gonna make ourselves a little throw pillow with this texture. There we go. I'm going to stretch that up. I'm going to triangulate it. And then I'm going to smooth vertex a couple of times to give it a nice sort of rounded shape. Actually, I'm going to just do that once because it gets slightly distorted doing that. I don't want it too distorted. And we're going to set that to smooth. Oop. Oh, RZ 180. Y. And then this is going to... Nope. RZ90. RZ90. RZ180. Come on, turn it the right way around. There we go. Come on. Nope. Yeah, there we go. There is a object that I have wanted to do since I made that texture for a Mysterium prompt years ago. And now I have finally made the thing into a throw pillow. That was just the first thought I had when I made that texture. It's like, this would go great on a pillow. And now I have made it into a pillow. Yeah. That is great. That is fantastic. And you know what? Because I have it as a pillow now, I'm just gonna If it was me, I wouldn't just settle at just one. I'd want a matching pair. So yeah, we're gonna have a couple of matching pillows with the flag, custom flag texture on there. Export the age. So yeah, we did the Gundam reference with raising a flag, which was not Iron-Blooded Orphan, which is Iron-Blooded Orphan's not Gundam Witch from Mercury. So anyway, reference was made. So now we have an actual flag that put in, subtle as world building deco. Yeah, I'm happy. That is a happy little pillow. Set of pillows. It's like, sometimes you have an idea in your head and it takes forever for you to actually get around to doing it. This is that. This was that. I have wanted to do that particular... Anyway. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Hello, Airy. Okay. Right then. I think I am going to jump over to the overflow station. We've been doing enough here in pod 12. Okay, I'm gonna give you a look at what I've been working on here at the overflow station since the last time we were here. Yeah, I'm sorry about how big that camera region is for the for the floating ghost thing. It needs to cover a large area so people have a good view, and it needs to cover a lot of space so people aren't crowding into each other. But yeah. Come on, finish loading. Voila! A new camera angle! Woohoo! This is to give a sort of matching sense of perspective and scale on arrival. Quickly follows you out of there, and this camera angle is zoomed in closer for the Nexus book. Yeah. Woohoo! Oh. That's right. Have I been in here since I added a new music track? Yeah, I got a music track. This might be old news to you, but I got a music track sent to me by SemJ. One of two music tracks I'm hoping to have in here. Mars is working on the other one. Anyway. Yes, there's a new music track in here. Oh, before we do the music track, though. You'll notice I finally filled in the connection here. This room is no longer just open to the void. I finally went to the trouble of mirroring everything. So that's all working. Anyway, like I said, music. I added a new... there's now a music track in this part of the area. Don't know if you'll hear it well. No, the game's not gonna let me. Anyway, you'll notice, we now have animated water in here. We've got a downwards current, and it's hard to see, but we've got a subtly spinning current texture as well. You can see it better here. It kind of goes this way. And there's a little crystal archway that I put in there to represent where we are on the map. Another thing, I adjusted the key coordinates again, so because before they were kind of set like the original pellet station was, and it anyway, I've adjusted the key coordinates, so we are now properly where I intended us to be. And we are on lake level. I adjusted the height again. But yeah, so... Where's that dang ladder? There it is. I need to add some signage up here so people can find the ladder. This is 64 rungs. And there's that lovely, lovely music from SemJ. There's no collision on that at the moment. I need to adjust the spacing on it. Anyway, once the proper doorway... Once you do the puzzle to get in here, this is your entryway to the big machinery, and anyone else getting Resonance Cascade Black Mesa vibes? Yeah, that's one of the vibes of this place that I was going for, is Black Mesa slash Anyway, and then we also have a second ladder here, whoop, which takes us down. That's a much shorter ladder. Much, much shorter ladder. Anyway, this takes us down. Nope. Yeah, this takes us down to here, where we will have access to the plunger. And then we can see the underside of the bridge here. It's very well dramatically lit from beneath. But yes, now this whole thing is circumnavigatable without fly mode, which is, a bone skeleton object to show the way. Kadish style. I think that'd be a little too small for people to see, Brad. But I appreciate the suggestion. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on adding collision to these tubes, because you're not supposed to be able to... And also, the pistons need better lighting rework. Because, yeah, the lighting is a little inconsistent in here. More than a little. And it's one of those work in progress things. Yeah. And here, come on, where is it? There is something. There's another chamber down here that, aha, here it is. That, once this lowers down all the way, we can get in here and do some stuff and then get out and ride it back up. This is gonna be a very complicated piece of machinery. Yes, it is. Oh, I need to do something about that chamber because it just clearly dead ends. And it shouldn't. Eventually I'll put something in there. Might just darken it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so yeah, this is now the... Yeah. That's a very short ladder there. But yeah, now we're nearing completion on the whole physical assembly of this thing. What I need to do is I need to add some physical switches. And some more collision for this ladder especially, but overall, I think the physical build for this particular machine is almost done, and once it is, I'm gonna have to copy paste everything. I'm gonna have to copy paste everything over to the other chamber, which I've gotten a head start on. I'll show you in a moment. Just oh, yeah, one other thing I need to show you with the map. Apologies for the camera sickness. Woo! Now we can look at the map from above in its intended viewing angle. Ain't that a view? That is a view, I think. Yeah, that's a view. But anyway. I've reworked the cylinder roof in here. I am flat out just, reusing the exact same environment map for this chamber, for both chambers. So this is the exact same reflection map in the other chamber. So you are seeing the reflection of the other mixer machine that is currently not installed. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so yes, we are at 93 lake level, and we are at a angle of 6,393, or 6,393, and we are at a distance of 1344. So, I'm going to walk you through how I got to those coordinate values. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to open up another blend file here. Give me just a second. Okay, are we looking at the right map? We are looking at the right map. Okay, so, this is my rough attempt at getting the positioning of things right. I think I am probably using the wrong positioning for Agira, maybe. Which, actually, yeah, I am pretty sure. No, I'm using the right positioning. I'm working on the assumption that Agira is actually fairly more centralized than it is on some certain maps, but anyway, the general gist of this is that I have my rough positioning of the cavern map, and I've based its positioning on things based on yeah, that's the entire NB01 terrain map right there. This right here is, yeah, that's the neighborhood. And from it, I placed the hood objects onto the lake map, and I splintered things out from the Vertigo Cathedral. Chisisen Cathedral. That's some of its meshes right here. I didn't import the whole thing because I figured it wasn't necessary, and yeah, we've got some weird volumes that don't need to be here. Anyway, yeah, so basically all of the island objects were roughly placed based on the positioning of the hood with relation to Agira. And I placed basically everything you see here is a lake view that is, yeah. So anyway, the original Irkana City silo is somewhere up here in the Uran district, or the Ashemin district. The Ashemanin. Anyway, the Irkana City silo is up in here, and when I was building the overflow station, I was using the city silo's coordinates. So it was about this distance correctly off. So when I placed, when I had my original coordinate object, I imported it with the meshes over here for the overflow station. I lined it up with the top of Agira here, where the Great Zero is. And when I had the city silo appeared on the map, it was basically, when I had the overflow station at the city silo's coordinates, it was basically smack dab exactly where we believe it to be from the in-game coordinates, except for its height value, which, don't get me started on the height value, it's weird. Anyway, the overflow station is not at that particular city silo. I figure there's a bunch of silos kind of along this coastline, maybe, and there are a couple other overflow stations or whatever. Anyway, our overflow station that we are visiting is all the way over here. So, what I did is I made this object. I duplicated one of my existing objects that ported over, and I made a little spherical object where the Great Zero is. Yeah. That is, as you can see, that is a very, very, very large distance away in terms of in-game units and scale. Also, when you look at it, the hood is, the overflow station actual playable area is about the same size as the neighborhood, but it's just the rest of the terrain around it is kind of big. Anyway, you can see that I was vaguely aiming for the shape. It's probably not exactly to the right scale for this particular map, and it doesn't have to be exact. But anyways, so here is my Agira model. Here's where I put a a couple spherical objects. And you might be wondering what this other one is. That's a coordinate proxy for the Explorer's Emporium, which we talked with Semj, and I placed the Emporium object. Well, it's somewhere around. It's somewhere around here. Is that it all the way out there? Well, crap, that is all the way out there. That was not where I placed it. That was, definitely not where I placed it at all. Well, freak. I'm gonna have to message Semj about that. Before you use that coordinate object, let me make sure I have the scaling correct. Because that was not where I placed it. Object. Transform origin to 3D cursor. That was not the one I wanted. Object, transform, origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Come on. Come on, let me select the right object. Yeah, that should not be out there. This really should not be out here. Yeah, why is this out here? Oh boy. Yeah, this should not be out here. So, yeah, let me pull this back in. Not messing with the scaling. Why is it all the way down there? Okay. Let me make... Yeah, the scaling got all screwed up. That's way too big for what it is. Because, yep, the scaling got all screwed up. Scale. Scale. Okay. 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 There we go. That's the right scale now. We're going to pull this out. We're going to pull this back. I'm going to pull it up. And yeah, that was not where it would have been. Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm going to have to send her a new file for that object, because it definitely did not appear in the right spot. Yeah, yeah, that should not have been there, all out into the void. That was definitely not where it should have been. Whoopsie. Anyway, yeah, so, Yeah, so basically what I did is I then, for the Explorer's import, or for the overflow station, what I did was I imported the right object again. I imported this object. I am not sure why that scale is all out. Control A. Scale. Yeah, there we go. Scale. Okay. Probably more issues from that scaling incident. Anyway, yeah, so I took that object, I lined it up with the thing that it needed to be, I imported that in. Once I located that very, very small dot in the distance, export. Anyway, once I found that little object, once I found the little orb object, I made a new object. I parented my GPS to that location, and then I could just adjust the height of that and get the right angle and distance, and then eventually get the right height, because I figured my height scaling was probably going to be a little funky doing it that way. And it was. But yeah, yeah, that basically got me my whole that got me to the scale I needed, essentially. Yeah, so yeah, this is a very, very, very big blend. I would, if we were ever to try to import everything into one H file, it would probably be very big like this. And we'd have to parent everything to like the GPS objects and then line up all the GPS objects together. And oh gosh, I do not want to imagine doing an entire cavern map build like this, because yeah, you can get the sense of scale here of how big this is. And this was just me eyeball scaling it with the cathedral to Agira and getting everything kind of, yeah. Like here, as you can see, one of my rough knockups of Agira, and then here's the cyan models all in their place. But yeah, this is, yeah, this is, I don't know if I will ever, release this particular blend publicly. I may send it to folks who wish to get their, scaling correct, or their placements correct. So, like, what, yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here, and it's it's very big, very, very, very big. Yeah, okay, well, I got that fixed at least. Yeah, at least I have something as a height map, even if it's a really huge scale. Yeah, yeah, it's, yeah. Let me, Blender again. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, back to the overflow station. So, right, the main thing I'm missing at this point want model-wise, I think, is for the... I'm going to need, I'm going to need switches and levers and pressure plates, maybe? Yeah, oh! Yeah, I also have water going along here. Let me launch the age again real quick so you can see that. Yeah, as long I have something as a height map, even if it's a really huge scale pad, that is so very true, because it's keeping everything in scale with each other is very, very tedious, and it's and not everything is to scale, even within Cyan's builds for areas, so we're all kind of fudging it by eyesight and what looks good, so... Yeah, I did not show you that. Look at that! We got flowing water! Flows really fast in the narrows. It's a little slower in the wider areas. I think I need to adjust the texturing on that to make that look better. But look at how the textures kind of converge together in the middle as it narrows. I love that. But yeah, you'll see here that it's very slow looking in the middle, where it's a very short texture plane, but then very fast where it's a larger plane of motion. I've got a little hump in the water here where I'm going to animate some froth over it, so it looks like it's frothy water as it kind of rushes down. I'm also going to animate a faster water flowing texture over this section. Probably just going to separate the mesh out and then add that texture on separately. Yeah. If you're curious, one of these was the original, overflow station model. I'm not sure which one it was that I imported with, but, I will give you the views from all of them. So, so like, if we were on this particular, we were in this station and we were looking out at the view, we would not be seeing the view we'd see from the cannon silo. Our coordinates would be this. We go over to the next silo here. You can see we've got another very different view out the window. Coordinates would be this. Zip along. Woo! Whoa. This one's a bit lower, ain't it? Ah, this was the original silo. This was the original silo that I imported. So, if we were in the actual Irkana City silo, and the actual Irkana City silo were in this overflow station, this would be the view we'd have, and it is nothing like what Cyan gives us. It is at these coordinates. Oh yeah, and then finally over here we've got another one. This one does not even have interiors to render the windows properly. I did not finish modeling the interior of that one. Or maybe I deleted the faces on it. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, big bright red light. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I think that's about it for today. We made a plushie, we made a pillow, we looked at the updates I did at the overflow station. Any questions? Any final questions? It would be easier to have you comment on Twitchpad, that's for sure. I wouldn't have to look at multiple places. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I think I am gonna call it here. It's been 3 hours, 31 minutes. And for once, it looks like my stream didn't die in the middle of it, so yay for that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!